Okay, in this video I will talk about applied translation to absolute value function. So first try to understand the translation. If you have g of x is equal mod x plus k, then in this case it will go k unit up, k unit up. Now if you have g of x is equal mod x absolute value x minus k, then it will go down. Now what if you have g of x is equal mod of x plus k. Now if you see the difference here, that here it is outside the mod, here it is inside the mod. If it is inside the mod, then it will be horizontally translation. So this will be k unit left or k unit left horizontal translation. So these two for vertical, and from here I will write for horizontal. So g of x is equal mod of x minus k. Then this will go to the right, k unit right, and this is your horizontal translation, okay, on the absolute value function. Now from here if we look at our first question, we have this is outside the absolute values, so that will be 5 unit down, right? Now here it is inside the absolute value, so this will be, look at this, plus k left, so 6 unit left. Now here you have both the cases. So first let's take it, you can apply anything, you can apply horizontal or vertical. So let's say 2 unit inside 1, let's talk about that. So 2 unit that will go to the right, 2 unit right, and 7 unit up. That is the translation which we will apply. Let's look at the question number 4. Now here inside you have plus 1, so 1 unit left or right, that will go to the left. If you cannot remember, just look at this and check again and again, and this will go 3 unit down. Let's talk about question number 5. Here plus 1 is outside. If outside, then 1 unit up. Now here it is inside, and it is inside 8 unit right. 8 unit right. So this is how you apply the translation on the absolute value function. Now if I want to write equation from these graph, now if you look, the graph for absolute value is, the graph for absolute value always passes through the center. Passes through the center, or you call it origin, origin, which is 0 comma 0, where the coordinates are x is 0, y is 0. That is the graph for absolute value. Now from here if we compare, this is 0, this is negative 1, negative 2. So it has gone 2 unit left. To go to the 2 unit left, what you will look, to go to the 2 unit left, you will go to the horizontal translation, and that will be mod of x plus k, right? And k is how much? 2 units, so plus 2. Mod of x plus 2. Now here if you look, this has gone 1 unit left, and how many unit down? 1, 2. It has gone 2 unit down. So this will be 1 unit left, so x plus 1, and 2 unit down, so minus k, which is 2, right? Let me just rewrite again. Mod of x plus 1 minus 2. 1 unit left and 2 unit down. Now if you look at this one, is it going left and right? No, it has only gone down. So this is 0, minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3. So it has gone 3 units down. So mod of x minus 3. That is how you will write the equation for absolute value from the graph. Okay, now what if you need to find the domain and range also? So let's discuss that one as well. So the domain is on x-axis. The domain is on x-axis. And the range is on y-axis. The range is on y-axis. Okay. Now, if you look for this graph is going infinitely this side and infinitely this side. So the domain for this original graph or the parent function is all real numbers. The domain is all real numbers. Now, what about range? If you look at the range for this graph is only above 0. So the range is y-axis, so y more than or equal 0. Y is more than or equal 0. And the domain is all real number. X is all real number. Domain is x-axis, so domain is for x-axis, so that's why we are x is all real number, means domain is all real numbers. Now look at these graphs which we have here. Here, if you look, the domain will be all real numbers and the range will be how much? This is 0, so more than 0. So more than or equal 0, you can say y more than or equal 0. Now this sign is belongs to. This sign for belongs to, if you are getting confused with this sign is belongs to. Now here if you see again, the domain is all real number and the range is more than or equal minus 2. Why more than or equal minus 2? Because from this point it is going upward. Below this point there is no graph. Below this point there is no graph. If you look below this point there is no graph. It is only above this. Now similarly here the domain is all real number. So most of the time, I mean all the time, the domain is always all real number. And range will be how much? Range is equal more than or equal minus 3. Y is more than or equal minus 3. So that is how you find the domain and range for absolute value. That's how you have to look. So that's it for this video and see you in the next one.